This is The Voice of Land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Jay Banky. Out there all over the place.
I might legitly go across state borders, put money on this just to make it interesting. Because I feel like I'm like you, dude. Do you really care about the game and who wins and loses? Because it's the most contradicting, confusing game I've ever had. I'm like, I don't want Odell to win. I'm not going to lie. After what he said, I'm not even going to get into it because I'm done with you, clown.
Yeah.
But after what he said, I don't want him to win.
Yeah.
But I know, like, what happens to Super Bowl teams when they lose in the Super Bowl. It really hurts them. Like, look at the Falcons have yet to recover. So I kind of want that to happen to the Bengals because I really don't want Joe Burrow making a run like I think he's going to do.
Right. I'm not one of these people that says, like, oh, you got to root for Ohio because it's Ohio. Now, the people rooting for Joe Burrow because he's from the state, and I like, even my in-laws.
It's hard to not root for that guy.
Right. It's hard not to. Like, anytime he talks, like, he's got the professionalism swagger that we hoped that Baker would kind of develop. And I know, I just said the name. Like, it's almost like I said Voldemort in the Harry Potter world. Everybody's going to come at me. Like, I said Baker's name, and then all the haters and all the Baker bros come at you. You can't.
Kevin?
Yeah.
There's a lynch mob outside with pitchforks and fire.
Well, I found a list of party prop bets.
I did too, yes. Yeah, if you want to run through them. Yeah, audio?
Sure. So number one on this list is the length of the national anthem in seconds. It's over under 95.5 seconds.
Do we know who's singing it? Was that announced?
Idea.
That's the thing. Like, it's about.
I'll go on the over.
You think it'll be more than?
It's a minute and a half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, over. I mean, they've been.
Especially if they warble a lot, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people have their own little additions to it now, which I don't mind. I like all different versions of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain.
Just don't overdo it. Like, that's all I ask.
What's incredible is, like, the amount of money that's bet on their coin toss alone.
That's the second one is will it be heads or tails?
Oh, well, Here we go, guys. Kevin, what do you got? Heads or tails?
Tails. I always go tails.
I'll go heads.
I'm gonna say it lands right on the middle. And
right
there's
on the edge.
No. It's always tails, man. It's always tails.
Well,
that'd be hilarious. So it's just like, bing.
It's not
and
always.
It's
not always tails. It's 50-50. You know.
All right.
Tails never fails. It's how I always rolled.
And remember, still in Ohio, if we're even like doing this as a show, we still gotta say we're only putting credits on this.
Right. This is for
fictional credits
for entertainment purposes only. So
I mean,
the first offensive play, run or pass.
Pass.
Run. I'm going to go run.
Okay. Which team will score first? Rams or Bengals?
I'll go Bengals, but
I'm going to go with Bengals, too.
Evan McPherson on a field goal. Because they never capitalize on their touchdowns right away for some reason.
No.
Okay. See, and to me, it depends. I think whoever has the ball first is going to score first. I think it's going to be kind of a shootout.
So Bengals, if you want to have the ball first, pick tails, because then
there you go. First turnover of the game will be a fumble, interception, or a turnover on downs.
Fumble. Aaron Donald going to cause a fumble.
Forced fumble.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be your MVP of the game too.
I could see that, like a sack fumble, something like that.
Yeah,
because he's going to be tough he's going to be really tough.
He's tough on everybody.
See, I think Aaron Donald and that defense is going to eat, but it's still going to be a close one because Joe, like,
dude, that dude got sacked 9 times and still won.
The talk all around the Bengals this year and their pick of Jamar Chase was, why didn't you pick up Penny Sewell or why didn't you pick up an offensive lineman? You didn't put anything in the offensive line.
Which I ridiculed them for, foot, mouth.
And you can still ridicule them for, but yet they've won in spite of that. Because they have the guy, they have, that weapon on the outside.
They kind of did what the Cavs did and just went totally against traditional. Like, everyone says right now you got to build small balls, shoot threes. Cavs are like, yeah, we're going to put bigs. You got to have a strong lineman. We're like, the Bengals like, nah, we're just going to line up 3 awesome receivers and this stud quarterback and hope for the best. And
if you put the right structure in place, you put the right culture in place, and you allow the players to do what they do best somehow within your system. If you set up your system based on what you have in the talent pool instead of vice versa, things like this happen. Now, the Rams are the team that, they're the extreme Cavs at this point. They're the ones that went all in. They don't have a first-round pick forever. And they went out.
That was like the Cavs when LeBron was here.
Yes. And they went out.
We don't want draft picks. We don't want nothing. We just want to win it.
And they did what everybody thinks that the Browns can magically do with none of those guys really available this offseason. They traded their first-round pick. They got Matthew Stafford, and it's do or die for the Rams. So it's gonna be one heck of a chess battle. Audio, a couple others that we have there.
I am just going to say that this is off of covers.com is where I found this, and they've got a printable one there. So if you are having a Super Bowl party and you want to print out some for your party, they've got one there for you. So next one here they have is which team will commit the first accepted penalty of the game?
The Rams.
Yes.
Okay. I think the Bengals are one of the least penalized team all year.
And then which team will get to 10 points first? Rams, Bengals, or neither?
Rams.
So 10 points only or 10 points or more?
First. Which one's the first one to 10 points?
Neither would mean it would be no one scored above 9.
Like a 9-6 game. Which
that would
suck.
I would say Rams because, I don't know, it just seems like the Bengals kind of have like this, you got to get down, you got to feel that pressure to
They're a very
start
good
playing.
second half team.
Yeah, they got Smoking Joe. They got Joe Cool back there. So we'll look at a couple more prop bets on the other side of this break. How about that? Because there's a couple outside of the field of play that I just saw on the list, and mine is NBCLosAngeles.com. So maybe
we'll go for some of those. Yeah, and I will say that Jacob and I in Madden 22 did play a Super Bowl preview, and the Bengals did win. We also decided to play if it was the Browns versus the Rams.
But outside of the game of football, because you're going to have like the over-under on turnovers like we were talking about, things like that. But one of the ones that I saw, I know we talked about the national anthem, one of the ones that I saw, color of Snoop Dogg's shoes at halftime. It doesn't say I don't know if there's options or.
Have they seen shoes lately? Like there could be like 7 colors on one shoe now.
Yeah.
Like what happens if he comes out and they're all like 7 colors on one shoe? Like who wins that? How do you
are they like some mashup of the Bengals and Rams colors,
right,
know, for the Super Bowl or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, because isn't he a Steelers fan anyways? I think so. I think Snoop Dogg is a Steelers fan.
So he was at the Cavs game last weekend.
No, that wasn't him.
Yeah, that wasn't him.
No, that was not the guy that looked like him.
Yeah,
oh, seriously? Oh, I didn't know that because I saw a report about that, and someone I work with was at the Cavs game. I'm like, oh, you're hanging out with Snoop? She's like, yeah, we're tight. I'm like,
no.
Oh, okay,
not Snoop.
No.
Well, that's a shame.
No, but I'm laughing because I was reading the comments on that, and some people are like, oh, awesome, Snoop's here, and I'm just like, oh, Peter, you're one of those. You
got duped.
I got duped.
It's all right. It happens. You know how many fake accounts I thought I was talking to at one point on Twitter? And I'm like, oh, wait, they don't have the blue.
It just goes to show how you can trust the media.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Well.
Cavs only down 1.
All right. Down 1. How much time
11
left?
minutes in the fourth quarter.
All right. So we know the Cavs are going to make their run. So even without Darius Garland.
And they're fighting, man. That's J.B. Bickerstaff. I love you, man.
Yeah. So, and what is the score? Because
68-67.
Yeah. So a low score, a lot of defense being played. Like that's, you
got to do what you got to do to win, and they're doing it.
And we talked at the start of the show. The Cavs traded for Karis LeVert today, so that'll hopefully add another scoring punch. When you're missing a scoring punch like Darius Garland out of your lineup, hopefully he can be that piece as guys kind of work their way back. Hopefully Laura Marketing comes back soon as well. So. They're gonna find their way. They're gonna keep chugging along. Keep chugging along here with a couple more prop bets before we get out of here. I know we're just a little bit over, but that's okay. We can end with a little bit of fun. I don't know why. I don't know if we're trying to go back to the issues of the Janet Jackson thing, but there's a question of Mary J. Blige showing cleavage at halftime.
I'm gonna go no.
I don't.
I'm gonna go. That's a solid no.
I don't and I feel like that's like not really appropriate to.
Dude, you can bet on anything in that game.
Yeah.
There's not just hundreds. There's thousands upon thousands of different things you can bet if there's going to be a streak or
and define cleavage, right? Because I mean that could be
because
Janet Jackson showed a lot more than cleavage.
I know, but let people within reason let them wear what they want to wear. Like it's their performance. That they have their costume designers and everything. They're gonna go put on a show and they're gonna do it. All together with those 5 acts. Will Mark Zuckerberg's avatar appear in a Meta commercial?
The human one or the lizard one?
I don't
I
know.
don't have Facebook. I don't know what it looks like anyways.
I don't either.
All right,
I don't
what
even
color
know what that-
Gatorade do you guys think it'll be if the coach
yeah.
gets splashed on?
Um,
I'm going blue.
I was gonna say blue.
I don't know. I don't really see I don't really see them that well, anyways. But
There's usually blue, red,
Orange.
orange, and yellow is about
yeah,
it.
'cause you've never really seen green, right?
No,
No,
I've never
I'll-
seen the purple thrown on them. At least.
No, I'll go the traditional orange.
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a
Well,
prop.
no,
bet
it is.
somewhere. Oh, it is.
It is a
Okay.
prop bet. They have it every year.
Oh.
There's all,
Did they-
like I said,
did they
there's all
really?
kinds of weird prop bets for
Wow.
the Super Bowl.
This one's funny. What team's jersey will Drake wear at the homecoming event during Super Bowl weekend? The dude that just changes.
He'll
teams.
probably have one of those jerseys where it's like half one team, half the other team. And
Yeah.
whoever's winning, he'll go on their sideline and cheer on them.
Did you guys see Mad Dog Radio? Chris the Mad Dog used to be, what was that? It was like him and like Mike something on New York radio talking sports. Like now it's on Sirius Radio.
I know
They
you're talking about,
split. He was complaining about people like Leonardo DiCaprio.
but about selling tickets to like these games. People are like super rich and it's not available for real fans.
Yeah,
I agree. It
Yeah.
kind of annoy. Like they should at least make like the top bowl for like season ticket holders from
Yeah.
both teams only. Like, actually, you should probably make the two top bowls like for that.
I
understand it's a money and it's always about money.
right.
But how much money does one person need?
Here's the thing: he took the wrong game. Like his idea, his argument in principle, I agree with. He took the wrong team and the wrong game to do that on, because how many people are actually LA Ram fans? Like,
I agree with you there.
So like,
They're like Miami fans. They don't care.
So like, hopefully, Cincinnati was able to get a bunch of people to buy up some tickets that were available. I know that they're expensive and everything, but hopefully they were able to buy up a bunch so that they get a good, decent crowd there. How many people have followed the team back from St. Louis back to LA? I don't really know. It's even worse for the Chargers. So you can make
Did you see what the top bowl was cost?
probably
Thousands.
I was gonna say 2,000 at least. So yeah,
I thought I heard
like-
somewhere like the cheapest ticket you could get was like closer to $5. At this
Yeah,
point.
so I said thousands, not 1,000. Thousands.
Yeah, like
Like if the Browns ever make the Super Bowl, ain't any of us getting in there. Like that kind of
No.
sucks. Like
no, unless you get a media pass, you are not like
we gotta
fans like
we gotta bust our asses, guys. We gotta get me.
we do got those CVC TV and the Crunch.
You've made some pretty nice official looking media passes, so you
Oh, by the way, I'm framing that. Thanks, guys.
you're
My
welcome.
first media pass. Kevin's like, "Oh, I usually keep that." I'm like, "Yeah, I usually do, but not today." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it's fine, whatever. But I mean, that's just some of the prop bets. We're not betting people. We need
No.
to be
Like I said, I
educated.
might go to Pennsylvania and put money on it just to make the game interesting. And I've never bet on a game in my life
I mean, as it becomes,
outside of like the friendly
Yeah.
bets I have with other podcasts, winning T-shirts on with them. But
Yeah.
I mean, as it does become legal in Ohio, and if there's maybe groups that, or even betting agencies, or even groups that educate people on sports betting, because that's going to become a big thing. Hey, our DMs are, those are always open. Sponsorships are always open. So
Yep.
we're willing to willing to learn, because we're going to have to talk about it as it becomes more legal in Ohio. I know I'm not going to be placing bets. I don't have that kind of ability at this point.
you gotta pay for a wedding.
Well, yeah, but like I don't really want to. I've kind of done the wasting money era of my life, and that was on shoes.
Wait till you have kids.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go bet on this. Right. Every year, my one friend asks me who I should bet on the Super Bowl, and I almost always get it right. I'm gonna bet on it, and I'm not gonna get it right. I know it. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna jinx it. I just know it.
Just
But like I said, I'm putting pizza money on it just to have fun with it, give myself a reason to want to watch the game.
There was the one guy who put, according to Nick Padone on the Sports Parlor, it was a $20 credit that he got a $20 credit on one of the online sports books. Picked the two championship scores exact. Won just shy of, I think, $580.
Yeah, it was almost
$1,000
$600,000.
Yeah,
see, and that's like where I'm
20,
out. Like,
$20, and it was a
It was
credit.
$20.
One,
Yeah.
And he didn't even pay for it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like you put $20 in, he'll give you $20 credit. He used his free credit and won almost $600,000. God, if you're listening to me, let that please happen to me one day, please. I will share.
That would be nice.
Yeah, but of course, if you talk about betting here in Ohio, you got to remind everybody that it is for
Credits and fun.
for credits and for entertainment purposes.
Or
Only
we
as
have to
said
go out of
earlier.
state.
Yes, or you have to drive.
Or call your legislator and tell them to hurry up because they've already got it pretty much passed, but they're not going to implement it until after.
Because they want to make it fair for all the other platforms. I'm
They-
like, well, all you're doing is let the other states get ahead of you, but sure, whatever.
I'm doing the air quotes for people just listening to the audio of this podcast, but they want to do it right. Okay, whatever.
Do it.
Yeah, there's plenty of market in there, and it'll help the economy. I won't be doing it, but I want to be educated on it so I can talk about it because there's plenty of segments that can be, vital and even helps with the planning. As we said at the beginning of the show, sometimes it takes many days to plan this show. Sometimes
Falls right in your lap.
falls right in your lap.